Hello, hello, hello. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Welcome to a new 2021 rendition of Transplant Talk with Nishanda. I am so delighted, one, to be here, to be back in front of you, and just to let you all know that we are still alive. We're healthy, or at least hopefully everybody's healthy. All right, I have a great show for you all tonight. I have a guest that I have never had before. So she's actually my first guest of 2021. And she is also my first guest that is a transplant recipient. She has received a liver. Now, here's the thing for me, she wasn't blessed to have just one liver, not just two, but three. Okay, hello, three. She's had three liver transplants. So, the fact that I've never had anybody else on the show to have a liver transplant, I am super excited. Hello, everyone, for watching. Hello, these must be all of her family and friends. Yeah, so I have Miss Vannetta Cooper here on Transplant Talk. She is she lives here in Jacksonville, Florida. Now, I didn't find out if she was a native. I don't read. We're gonna find out where she's from, if she's a native of Jacksonville, Florida. Of course, she's a mom. She's a beautiful lady, and she has been blessed and highly favored. Okay, I want to give you all just another little update. My three guests that I have on the show before, they are all doing well. They have all received their kidneys, and they're recovering and recuperating just fine. All right, and another update, I have been in talks with Donate Life America. So we have something big that is happening. So yes, yes, yes. We're going to see if that actually comes through. And just a reminder that if you are not, all right, if you are not a organ donor, I ask you to go here if you're in Florida to DonateLifeFlorida.org. Complete the application, and when you get to the end, click other, and then please specify save 1,000 lives. So again, I'm just super excited for everyone that's here. Again, this is a liver transplant recipient. We are so blessed and honored that she is here today. Now, I got to get you all involved. So in my comments, if you all would, I see you all commenting already, and that's super duper for me. But just tell me, where are you? Where are you located? Are you in Florida? Are you in Jacksonville? Are you in New York? Just tell me where you from. Thanks, Dad. Okay, so right now my dad is in Walmart, but he is watching and listening. So he's always one of my biggest supporters. So thanks. Thank you, Dad. So without any further ado, I'm not going to hold you long. I am going to bring on the guest of the few minutes that will be on here. If you are an organ donor, can I get a green heart or a blue heart or yes, I'm an organ donor in the comments? So without any further ado, here is Miss Vannetta Cooper, everybody. Here is Miss Vannetta. I told y'all she was beautiful.
Thank you.
I told y'all she was beautiful and blessed. Beautiful and blessed. Thank y'all for the comments. Yes, talk to me. Talk to me in the comments today. All right, so Miss Cooper, I just want you to see that your family and everybody is saying hello and happy New Year as well. My sister, okay, Star Bright. Okay, we see you, girl. We see the profile picture. All right, so thank you from Jacksonville, live in Miami. Also, we've done the opposite, Miss Star. I'm from Miami and live in Jacksonville. So, and they are organ donors, and undoubtedly, it's because of you, Vannetta, that they are also organ donors. Hey, Mama, how you doing? Kiss the twins for me. All right, so let's get down to this interview. How you doing, Miss Cooper, in the new 2021? How are you?
I am great. Trying not to cry right now with my family. I'm
oh,
just
oh,
realizing how I know how blessed I am, and my family was there by my side through it. So just to see them on here, And I'm
Oh,
a crybaby just to see them
oh,
on here.
oh, she didn't listen. Listen, I thought I told you we don't cry on this show. We don't cry. We we don't cry on this show. You can ask Miss Berner. I told Miss Berner, don't you make me cry on here. But thank y'all, family, for supporting her. Listen. We both water bags. I'll just say that, but I ain't gonna cry now. I'm not gonna cry. Mess up. You get that ugly cry in. You just can't. You can't. Ain't nobody got time for and it's just real ugly when you make that cry. So I ain't gonna cry. Hey, Miss Sarah, how are you? Awesome, awesome, awesome. All my people here. All right, so Miss Vannetta, I'm gonna let you control get your emotions under control. You need to get some tissue. Y'all got
Okay.
her good because I promise you, she was not crying just a few minutes ago. So y'all really got her. Okay. So while she's trying to get herself together, get some tissue, I just did a little interesting research about people receiving a liver. And so anyone, this is just a little snippet, living donor or liver transplant is an alternate for anyone waiting for a deceased donor to become available. So, living donor transplant is possible because the human liver regenerates. Okay. And so that's one of the good things about it. And in
Okay.
2017,
We're good.
okay, yes, we are. And I was just giving some information that, and in 2017, about 8,000 people or 8,000 liver transplants were performed in the United States among both adult and children. And of those, about 360 involved livers from living donors. So, and at the same time, approximately 11,500 people as well have received, a liver. And I know a lot of people that say, don't nobody want my liver because of whatever extracurricular activities that you are involved with. Howsoever, it is still one of the organs that can be given from a living donor as well. All right. So you good, Miss Vannetta? You good now?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, y'all really got her. Y'all really got her good. All right. So Miss Vannetta, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Vannetta Cooper. I am a native of Jacksonville, Florida. I graduated from Inglewood High School class of 2002.
Ah.
I'm a teacher. I'm an educator. My side thing that I do, I'm a tutor as well. So if you need a tutor, I'm available. I have two children, a 7-year-old son and 11-year-old daughter. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Big family. My mom has 9 children, 7 girls and 2 boys. We lost our younger brother at the age of 15. He was hit and killed in a car accident. He was hit by
Um, so a
someone
head-on collision.
texting and driving, wasn't paying
Oh,
attention.
oh
Hit
wow.
on Blandon Boulevard, 2013, the year I received my third transplant. Uh,
Oh wow.
So that's a little bit about myself. Even after the transplant, I'm teaching now. Changed my plans a little bit, but I'm still doing what I received my degree in. I was going for leadership to become a vice principal
Okay.
before I got sick.
Okay.
So
Uh-oh. I think she paused on me. Well, y'all already know she has my heart because we represent Pretty Teachers That Rock. So she is a part of the Pretty Teachers That Rock family, as well because it's not easy being a teacher, especially right now during COVID, and it really is a lot. But parents, and I would just want to interject here for a minute. Can y'all please, if you all have these babies at home, y'all have got to get on them because they are not trying to do any work.
hmm,
And somehow miraculously, can I have a C out your class? I don't see no work. So I don't see no work. You can't see a C grade in this class. So if you all would just help us out just a little bit, especially if they're home. If they come to school, okay. But I know in Jacksonville, our kids are at school and at home.
mhm.
But help us. Help us. All right. Okay, so let's go to life before transplant. What were you doing? I know you gave us a little bit, but what when did you find out you needed a transplant? What happened?
Oh, it was okay. So DJ, and then transferred to receive my elementary education UNF. So 2009, January 2009, graduated December 2008 from UNF cum laude, high honors. And 2009, found out I was pregnant with my daughter in January. So by the grace of God, finished college and everything. Uh, Regular birth, healthy birth, everything was great. Ended up having my daughter in October. November-ish, I'm noticing, yellow skin. I'm having jaundice. My eyes are yellow. To the doctor every week. They're doing labs. They're drawing blood, and they're sending me home saying we don't see anything. We don't see anything. So process still going by December. They don't see anything. At this point, I don't have any appetite. I can't eat anything. Only thing I'm doing is drinking fluids at this point. My daughter, now we're moving on. She's becoming 4 months at the time. So
Mhm.
as a first time mom, always wanted a baby. I'm just like, no, I don't want to leave my daughter. I want to be admitted into the hospital. Me, and my baby's 4 months, but I'm going to do labs and things like that, and they're not finding anything. So um I'm sleep. Last thing I remember, I'm sleep at home with the baby, and her father was going to FCCJ. He said something just told him to come home early. It wasn't something, it was somebody.
Okay,
I
hello.
had a seizure. My body shut down
Wow.
while I'm there with the baby. I had a seizure, almost biting my tongue off. So I was rushed to Shands. That's the first hospital that I went to. Shands at that moment, this is February 2010. At this point, Shands told my mom, at this point, I'm in a coma. I'm in an induced coma. They told my mom to make arrangements to basically that I wasn't going to make it. They didn't know that I needed a liver or anything. So, my family coming in there to visit me. The pictures that I saw, oh my God, it didn't even look like me. It was so much retention, like from the water and things like that. I mean, oh my God, I just seeing those pictures, it didn't look anything like me. So,
Mhm.
my mom ran into an angel, some lady. She was like, don't let them kill your baby. There's a hospital, because at the time I didn't have insurance. And she
Okay.
was like, there's a hospital that they'll take her without insurance and things like that. And it's called Mayo Hospital. So thank God my mom listened. My mom's like, my daughter's healthy. She doesn't do drugs. She's a college girl. She's always in school. And I was the type that was scared to take medicine. I went to, if I had to take Tylenol for a headache, I just was scared of taking drugs, period.
Anything.
Even if it was
Mhm.
medicine, I just wouldn't do it. So Mayo, they got me to Mayo. I received my first one. I waited 6 days, and I got my first liver transplant. 6 days.
Wow.
Waking up at Mayo, I didn't know anything about Mayo. My family, we didn't know Mayo existed.
Mm.
Waking up, I'm not understanding what's going on. Doctors was telling my family, kind of bear with her. She's not going to remember anything. Uh, not remember anything. I woke up, I knew who my family was, and I'm looking like, where's my baby? I had a
Right. Right.
baby.
Right.
So at this point, I can't talk, I can't move, I can't do anything for myself at this point. I'm just laying in a hospital bed. And I just remember I never questioned God as to why this happened to me.
Mhm.
But I was just like, oh God, I can't be like this forever. Like having somebody to take care of me. I'm talking about I couldn't do anything for myself. I couldn't move. I wasn't mobile. I couldn't talk, couldn't write. I had to learn all that stuff over again. So as I'm waking up and things like that, my family, my mom, bless her heart, she's coming out there. She's staying out there. She's bringing a whole the whole wolf pack. Everybody's there. So,
Everybody.
I'm just seeing this and I'm feeling the love, but it's just like at this moment, I'm like, then I see my baby and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna get through this.
Yeah.
So with the breast transplant, they were like, man, you're recovering so fast, you're healing so fast and everything. I was determined to get back to how I was because before did like always going, always doing for others, just go. So for me to be like that, subjected to needing someone and relying on people,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really good with that. So I began the process of recovery and everything. Everything worked out well. Just knowing that I wouldn't be like that forever, not being
Mm-hmm.
able to do for myself. That was the hardest thing of just thinking like, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to hold my baby. I'm not even gonna be able, first child, first time mommy, I'm not gonna be able to enjoy the life of my child.
Right,
So
right.
we're passing on. Everything went well. Doctor's appointments, everything came out. I had, of course, high blood pressure, I had diabetes, and these are things that I didn't have before. I was very healthy before, but because of the transplant, now I have high blood pressure and I'm diabetic. The first transplant, I ended up coming off of insulin and my
Oh,
daughter's growing up. My daughter is
okay.
now approaching 4 years old.
Okay.
Um, Before I left Mayo, I was not under understanding that it was not a good idea for me to have another baby because at this point they didn't know what caused me to need a liver transplant.
Right.
Um, so they didn't know. They were supposed to have been studying my liver to find out, what was the cause, but whatever happened to that. So they never knew like what me to have a liver transplant. So here we are, 2013. Pregnant my son. And here's when the doctors come in and say, "Hey, we need you to abort this baby. Um, you shouldn't have
Well,
got pregnant a second time." In here, and it's men doctors at that. So I'm crying. I'm like, the devil is a lie. Let's get
that's
some women
right.
in here that's compassionate, because I'm not trying to hear that. I don't,
Right.
with Mayo, they were like, our main concern about you is your liver, is you mainly. About the baby, they could care less. It's about your life, saving you. So
Wow.
I just told them straight up, I'm not
I don't know. I think you froze again.
like, okay, well, they there was nothing they could do. So I'm having appointments throughout my pregnancy.
Okay. So
Go ahead.
you froze a little bit. So I want to just make sure the audience know you told them no, you were not getting rid of your baby.
Oh yeah, I told them no. So now they have to deal with it.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Cooper. So every week I'm having my appointments here at Mayo, and then I have to go to Shands with appointments with the baby. Because I'm high risk, so I have to go back to Shands. Now note
Right.
my history with Shands, where they're telling my mom to pull the plug on me and make funeral arrangements. So I wasn't very happy with that. I was really scared with that. But
I
they did
would too.
well. Yeah, they did well with my pregnancy. So gotta get back on the list. Pregnant
Okay.
with my son, June of that year. I'm waiting on a liver. I'm gonna die if I don't get a liver. But I have a
Right.
4-year-old at the time, and I'm dealing with life with my 4-year-old and my 4-month-old son now. I don't know how I did it. By the grace of God, I'm still moving. I'm still being a mommy. I don't know
Right.
how I even had the energy to deal with that. So
Right.
until I came to an appointment and the doctor looked me in my face and she was like, Miss Cooper, like, if you don't get a liver, you will die. You will
Hmm.
die. That's when it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I began to cry, like, I gotta be here for my kids. But
Right.
you know what I said in my mind? God gave me the first transplant, and He gonna come around again, and He's gonna give me another liver. So
Okay.
time is going by, pregnancy, and I'm like, I have faith. I mean, I have people all over the world praying for me because that's what I had the first time. Hey, I was
Right.
praying for you. I was praying for you all over the world praying for me. So I said, God's gonna do it again. So I have my
Yeah.
faith.
Right.
Um,
And you got a strong family because I see them saying, "But God and God." I see them, so I know I know where your health and your faith comes from because
Yeah.
y'all are deep rooted in Christ.
Oh yeah,
So
we stick together too. They were there. They're there because I'm their everything. Everybody comes to me. So just to hear like, oh my goodness, like it was a tragedy. So June, here we go, June 2013, still waiting on the liver. Here, my little brother gets hit on Blandon Boulevard. He gets hit but with the Escalade truck. 18-year-old texting and driving, breaks his neck. He dies instantly dealing with
um,
that. So now here, burying my brother in June, July, still waiting on a transplant.
okay, wait, go back because
2000,
you broke up. What happened with your brother? Because
brother died in June 2013.
okay,
Gave birth to my son July 2013.
okay,
Um,
okay.
he was early because of the medications and things like that. So he was like a month early. I had him at 8 weeks. So everything I'm talking about, wouldn't believe he because his size, he was like a sumo wrestler in there compared to little babies in ICU. But his
Oh,
brain had
really?
developed fully, so he didn't know how to feed and things like that. And I was like, man, he had a feeding tube and things like that. I'm like, man, he went through everything that I did with the first liver transplant. I had a feeding tube. I had all these machines hooked up to me. So waiting on the liver, I'm going to see him in ICU at Shands. Um,
Okay.
some days I'm so weak I can't even get out of bed to go see him, and I'll miss it. But I'm going to see him at Shands. Then he's released. I get a call saying, "Hey, we found your liver." So I go through the
Okay.
process, getting everything ready and everything. I go to the hospital. Your white blood cell count is up. We cannot do the transplant.
Well, I want to pause you right there because just in case, and there are some more people that saying, hello, Steve, thank you for catching that, brother. I appreciate you. Just charge it to my mind, not my heart. It was not my intention. Um, but when you say your white blood, so you were in risk, you had an infection for your white blood cells to
Hmm.
go to to
Right.
um to get. So those numbers had to be at. Do you remember the certain number that you needed to be and what number you were on?
No, ma'am. I just know that anytime that the white blood cell count is your body's fighting an infection,
Yeah.
and they didn't want to cut me under those circumstances. Um, so yeah, I don't know what my number was, but they was like, "You got to go home. We cannot do it." And I remember crying. I'm like, if I don't come up with something, man, I'm gonna die. I'm literally
Right.
gonna die. So
Right.
I'm just like, I still got faith. I'm like, we're praying, my family, we're praying. I'm like, no, God has my back. If you don't have nobody else's back, He has my back. He done it once, and He'll do it again.
Yeah.
So
Again, strong
yeah,
faith.
I get
Strong,
a
strong
call
faith.
in December. Now this one, the one previously, they just wanted liver, and our blood types weren't the same. So it was just, I needed something, to keep me going, to keep me alive. So they give me a call again. And I'm like, come on now, body. We don't need nothing else. We need this one. Come on, come on. We
Right,
got this.
right, right. Come on, body. Work with me.
Everything goes well. Me and this donor, our blood, we have the same blood type, everything. Um,
Okay.
So no, 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 not this one. The second one, they decided to do December 12th, 2013. That's the second one that didn't last a week because I had to go back December 21st for the third one. Now the third
Wait.
one is where me and the
What?
donor, yeah, me and the donor, our blood count matches. So the
Okay.
second one they did in December 12th, 2013, and I had to turn right back around December 21st, 2013 and have my third one.
Okay, wait a minute. Just in case people don't know how very important it is for your blood type to match,
Mhm.
your height, your weight, all of those things those are things that you have to take in consideration when receiving a transplant. And You hear how she's saying, and look how God turned that around immediately within the same month, in the same year before the new year, she was able to receive a, another liver. Like that alone is just amazing, because some people again are on the transplant list, now, especially with a liver. We definitely know how crucial it is. And some people just unfortunately waiting for a long time. And if you all would please, if you could start a watch party, if you can share again, because Vannetta Cooper's story is something that is really unbelievable. And she has really been blessed to, I mean, three times. Three times. She could have easily said, you know what, God, I'm tired. I want to give up. I'm tired. But she saw them little faces of hers. What's your
Oh
baby's
yeah.
name?
Maurice and Marielle.
Oh, Maurice and Marielle. And they are, alive and well today. And they have their mom, because again, somebody said yes. Whether it was a deceased family, a deceased donor and their family said yes, or it was a living donor that said, hey, okay, this is something that I would do. So we know just how crucial, we know how crucial this is. I thank everybody. Thank you all for, really sharing. If you would, please make sure that you follow us on on YouTube, on Instagram, because again, everybody has a story. All right. So you find us on our YouTube page, Transplant Talk with Nishanda. Please, please, please share this information. Please share this information, because you know what? Her story probably really just helped somebody else who thought, okay, I know I got to get a liver, but it's not going to happen. And so I definitely feel so gracious. I feel so great again because of my friend Mr. Henderson over there in California, to say I'm the force behind these voices. Their voices have to be heard. Some people keep it quiet, and it's definitely kept quiet in the African American community. Okay, we have no time to be quiet anymore. We have over 100,000 people in this country waiting for the gift of life, and we know that kidney is the number one. Over 80% of people waiting on the gift of life is waiting for a kidney. So for her unique story to be a liver, to get it three times, no, that is nothing but God. And to continue her life, to be there for her children, to be able to teach others. And that is what we're supposed to do. We are supposed, when you know better, you do better. So I just encourage everybody, please, 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 help her. And I know you have some other issues going on. As hello, Miss Stephanie. I myself as a recipient living. Well, Miss Stephanie, please inbox me. I would love to tell your story on this show as well. So thank you again for just reaching out. Please inbox me, and I will connect with you. All right. And Vannetta, I know you had what other issues you had going on during this time, because I know that just wasn't it. If you can,
Yes,
okay.
going now we're at the third transplant. They said as the more you get, the more it's to get your life back. It was harder. This point, going back to learning how to walk and things like that, I wasn't as fast as I was with the first one. So
Mm,
for months I had to, like the elderly people with the scooting thing that walks and you can sit on it. It's like a
mhm.
walker, but it has like the seat in case you get tired and you sit on that. I had
Yeah.
to have one of those because my walking, I couldn't grasp it as fast as I did with my first one. So I'm having
Okay.
challenges with walking. It being that well, this is your third transplant and things like that, you're gonna have diabetes forever, diabetic forever. I'll be on medications forever. Currently,
Mhm.
I take 40 pills a day. Um, to stay alive. I take 20 pills in the morning and I take 20 pills before I go to sleep at night. And that's something that I have to do every day.
Every day.
I have appointments at Mayo. That will be forever. I remember when I was first getting out and you had to go like almost every day. So now it's monthly. So I go once a month so they can see my blood levels and my
Okay.
oxygen.
Well, she,
But by the grace of God, my son is 7. December 21st, 2020, made 7 years of this transplant, and
wow.
no rejection. Yes, no
Amen.
rejection. And so I
Amen.
just, how I know what year I'm on with my transplant, my son, he'll be
Right.
8 coming up this year, and this will be 7 years of my transplant. So God is good. He has me
Yes,
here,
he
I feel,
is.
for a reason.
Yes,
And
he is.
I love sharing my story because every time I get that, like, what, you had a transplant? Then when I say that number 3, people mouth, I have to pick up people's mouths like, man, you don't look like what you've been through. And I
Hey,
thank God for that.
hey, hey, I
Even with,
totally do.
them saying, even with them saying no more children, oh, I'm cool with that. I have my son and I have my daughter because they're
Okay.
enough right now.
Right,
You
absolutely.
know, uh, even with the diabetics and the diabetes, I'm working on that because I love to eat. So it's a work in progress. And it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, people always say your spirit, like you're so uplifting. You're always glowing. It's because, man, like God has really been there for me. Like my
Yes,
family know from where I came from.
right,
Literally on my dying bed to see me now. And it's just like life before, it's the same. It's just I have to tell myself like, hey, slow down. Like, okay, now take a break, take a break, take a break. You don't have to fold laundry right now. Just wait a couple of hours. So I have to like keep telling myself that, like, just slow down, take your time. You're not like how you used to be, but by the grace of God, I'm doing everything that I still did back then.
right. And you
I
still
am
will.
working on a book to about my story. I am working on a book, so sometime this year, prayerfully. So you guys keep me in prayer. That my book and everything by the end of this year, that it's in the works.
Listen, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna be your accountability partner. We gonna get the book. We gonna get the
Okay.
book, and I definitely will help promote it. Let's get it on Amazon. Steve, she's trying to do a book, so uh, Steve, here's Vannetta, and I want you to go ahead and get with her. Steve also is a Steve is an author as well. He just released his book on Amazon as well,
Okay.
and he primarily works with kidney patients. He is an RN, but he had a book. We just have to surround ourselves with people. And I said it before, COVID need to go because I got some people that could. We got to get on the roll with this thing because these are some amazing stories. And again, it gives people just a little ray of hope, a little ray of hope to say, hey, if she can go through it, I can
Mhm.
go through it. And I would tell that to anybody that has, that has a challenge, even with being a widow. Um, you will smile again, you will laugh again. Yes, you're gonna cry, but don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. God is really with you. He will sustain you. And you see it right here. And if you're looking at both of us, you see it. You see two people that don't look like what they've been through. And you don't have to. You don't have to look like, you've been beat up. You might have gotten beat up, but let your glow of the Lord shine upon you and rest upon you. And I just love to say this because any person that's been on my show, they have that same spirit of I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I ain't mad, I'm just glad to be alive. And sometimes when I go to work, I see,
Mhm.
some of the students, they come in and they like, oh man, I say, what? Are you mad that you breathing? What? Because you are here and you are alive. And there are some people that is fighting COVID and they're fighting other things, other people that's waiting on kidneys, little babies that's waiting on hearts. You got to think about somebody else that's worse off than you. So yeah, have your cry for a minute, but hey, the next day, let's move on And if you need to have that cry again the next day, hey, the next day, let's move on because there is a life after. And why I'm sounding like my daddy right now, um, it's all right. I can sound like him. I'm a preacher's daughter, so it just comes out naturally. But I'm telling you, Vannetta, you have helped somebody so much. I haven't had other people to pop on here like a Miss Stephanie, and I seen a Miss Denise that say, "Hey, she's waiting on a kidney. Miss Denise, I would love for you to be on my show as well. Just please reach out to me, send me a message, inbox me, and we can get together so that we can get your story out as well." I want to thank everybody for watching, everyone for commenting. If you know someone that is in need of a transplant or has had one, or you want to honor a someone from your family that was a donor and helped countless people, please reach out to me. I would love to honor them in whatever way that I can, because if they save one life, they're a hero. If they save 5 lives, they're a hero. Okay, so I just want you all to know that. I'm sorry, Vannetta, but your story is just so amazing, and just the fact that you still have that love and that spirit in your heart. Don't do that, sissy. That's my sister. Um, you know, Thank you, sissy. I love you. Kiss my twins. Kiss the twins for me. I definitely thank you. Thank you, freshman brother Eric. Thank you all so much. I'm just so glad. Um, I read a quote somewhere that say even the storm runs out of rain. So if you ain't never have no rain in your life, you just wait a while. But even the storm runs out of rain. So it's not gonna rain in your life always.
Right. And
So
then even with contacting COVID, I had COVID this summer, and beating that with my immune system being suppressed because I was so scared. And I remember my daughter's like, COVID, like, Mom, are you going to die? Like, and I'm like, no, just hearing your daughter say that, I'm like, no. And once again, I tell her all the time, God has been there and he's going to bring me through it. And I remember coming to the doctor and the man looking at my notes like 3 liver transplant. Listen, Miss Cooper, you know this. If you want me to keep you at the hospital, I keep you. But if you want to go home, I send you home. I think you have this under control. You know your body. You done been through a lot. I said, hey, send me home. So even beating COVID, and it was just like, man, God really has a purpose on my life. Just to hear about people who didn't make it through COVID, and I just cry of how blessed I am too with the suppressed immune system.
All right. Okay. So again, if you had COVID, she's made it. Even with even with her immune system being compromised, she's made it. So if it brought you a little hope, if anybody have any questions, I try to keep this under a certain time, so we not too long. But again, man, when you don't get to see miracles often, even though you can look in the mirror every day, and yes, you are a miracle, but her story is just so powerful and impactful to have been blessed 3 times with a liver. So every day, and again, my dad, see, this is where I get it from. Awesome testimony of endurance, determination, faith, and a fight to live and fulfill your purpose. Absolutely. And my dad, that's almost my father's tagline for us when we're growing up. God has a purpose and a plan for your life. You might not see it now. Oh, but it's coming. I never knew that this is something that I will be doing. And lo and behold, 2015, and now here, 2021, from 2015 to 2021, I'm here and I have a podcast. Who saw that coming? God. All right. So if there's anyone right now, Vannetta, that is on the fence about becoming an organ donor, what would you say to them?
I would say do it. Do it. Before then, I wasn't. Now I am. My third donor, her pieces of her went everywhere. Her family donated her hair, her eyes, her heart, her kidney. I received her liver. Like her body went to help and benefit a lot of people. And I
Mhm.
got my dibs. I received her liver, and this is the perfect one. I've had, by the grace of God, no rejections. This liver was, I think, was just
Made for
for me.
you. Made for
Just
you.
for
Yes. And we know God will give you just what you need.
Yep.
He will give you just what you need and the desires of your heart. So, guys, again, I am an organ donor, and my mission is still to get 1,000 people registered to become organ donors so that I can have more stories like this. People will ask me, "How long you think you have, to do your podcast?" As long as there's 100 over 100,000 people that are in need of a transplant, Save 1,000 Lives, Transplant Talk with Nashonda will be here because there are some people that we need to help. And there are some people that want to tell their story to help somebody else. So again, I thank you all. Again, please, 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 go to Donate Life Florida. I'm trying to get it where all my friends across the country with registerme.org. So by next week, I will have that information. It will be on my website. So anybody around the country can be a part of it as well. And there, Donate Life Florida will be able to pull actually from the network from my website to see how many people actually registered. I told you I'm coming back bigger and stronger in 2021. And we're going to have some more people. We're going to have save some more lives, and we're going to have some more stories and testimonies to be told. So with all of that being said, I normally say we're going to say bye. I'll tell you to, just kind of wait by stage. But I'm going to end it right now because my heart is so full. She already had people crying already. But I just, again, want to tell, everybody, thank you all that favor. Yes, Eric, absolutely. Again, sending continued blessings. That's another Shiro right there. Hi, Keisha. How are you? Yes, Donate Life Florida. Let me share. Save a life. Is that your sister?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's my sister.
Yeah. Hi, sister. And she already has her mask on. And yes, I would encourage everybody, please, 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 please wear your mask. Wear your mask. And we wear it for them, especially for people with
Mhm.
compromised immune systems. So again, if you go to Donate Life Florida, again, you see it here. Let me make sure I take that off. And Donate Life Florida, how'd you hear about us? It's other, and then please specify save 1,000 lives. Okay. So I want to thank you all again so much, especially for all the comments. I am super excited for everyone that came on, and thank you for inviting your family and everyone. Please share this broadcast, and people are still commenting, and I thank you all so much for watching. Yes. Hey, Marcus. Hey, Marcus. How are you? You taught me well back in high school there, Mr. Marcus. All right. So again, thank you all so much for watching the broadcast. Let me tell y'all about next week. All right. I need y'all to be here next week for Miss Gold Ring. And it's an amazing story. She's a kidney recipient, but she's also waiting to receive another transplant as well. So you don't want to miss that story. You don't want to miss that story. All right. Y'all, God bless you. Y'all have a wonderful, again, happy new year to everybody. Please, ladies, please reach out to me, Miss Stephanie, Miss Denise. And yeah, again, everybody's saying, they're doing well. And and you're welcome, Keisha. Thank you. And I can't forget about Miss Strong. Miss Strong, if you would please inbox me so I can have you on my show, please, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Yes, and we will count our blessings. All right, we're gonna go. God, bye. Be good to each other. Be kind to each other. Become an organ donor. Become a lifesaver. And you all have a good night. You stay right there, Vannetta.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Hold on. All right.